Hey there, it's Mark Henry, back again to talk to you a little bit more about the occult and paranormal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy. This is my favorite time of year. It's getting cooler, and we are approaching Halloween. It's always been, the time of year that I really enjoy. In my house growing up, Halloween was very much celebrated, and I think I got the message in some respects that it was the favorite holiday of the family. Although maybe not all of my family, extended family especially, would say that. We were raised on horror movies when I was little. My mom let me watch The Exorcist and Amityville Horror and all those types of really cool movies. So it's a fun time. Right now, I just got Netflix again, so I'm watching American Horror Story Hotel and Stranger Things. So I'm really enjoying those two, the film and the movie. The TV show. Well, anyway, let's get onto the subject. So the subject of today is Santisima Muerte, also called Santa Muerte. Basically means holy death or the death saint. Santisima Muerte is a folk saint in the same way that Saint Expedite is a folk saint, a saint of the people. And yet she is different than Saint Expedite because Santisima Muerte is based on an older tradition, an older death goddess. So in some ways she has been around a lot longer, I suspect, than Saint Expedite. Now what is she? How does she appear if you were to visualize her? Well, she would appear as a female skeleton. Some adherents to this tradition say that she is a skeletal Virgin Mary. You'll find a lot of cross identification with Catholicism with these, with this particular tradition. But she looks like a Grim Reaper figure. Her attire, whether you see her with, wearing red or different other colors in her statues or candles, really depends on the intention of the person. Like if you were to petition her for certain things, like love, that would be one particular color, or something else, would be a different color. So the colors change as far as her image is concerned. So who works with Santisima Muerte? Well, anyone can, but like Hecate, she is very selective about, who she works with. And, of course, that is the right of all saints and deities. Kind of goes with the territory. However, she has a soft spot for certain populations. So we're talking about people who kind of on the fringe of society, people who, especially in the past, have been considered outcasts, and in some respects, maybe they still are. So we're talking about criminals. We're talking about prostitutes. We also may be talking about transgenders, homosexuals, those people who are in those areas. Those people who also feel like that they can't necessarily go to traditional religion and get redemption. So she has a soft spot for these people. So what can she do for you? Well, she can offer protection for you. In fact, she has, I think she's called Lady of the Night, where she is often called upon to protect people who work at night, cab drivers, prostitutes, and it'd be anybody who works at night. Protect them from harm. So, court cases. She is known to be petitioned for court cases to settle and resolve something fairly. Now, I wouldn't petition her if you've committed 3 murders and you want to be let off scot-free. I don't know if that would work. But because I mention criminals and people who commit criminal behavior, she is one of the saints that is petitioned for court cases. Love. return and reconciliation. So she is also often asked to bring a lover back home, to also to make sure that a woman's husband is faithful or stop seeing another woman. Let's say he's having an affair. So there's a special prayers to Santisima Muerte to not let this guy go out at night and see his other woman on the side. So that's one of the things that she does. So how do you work with Santisima Muerte? Well, you'll kind of see this theme also in what I suggest in other videos. One is, like Hecate, what you're going to want to do is get an altar specifically for her. She has a reputation for being jealous and not working well with other saints, deities. So what I would do, to be on the safe side, is have her own space, her own altar with her own things on it, and use it that way. Regular offerings, also. She is purported to want regular offerings, and that is kind of the tradition in the mythology of Santisima Muerte. So what do you offer her? Traditional offerings would be things like cigarettes, cigars, candy, liquor, soda, that type of thing. In fact, I've seen Santisima Muerte altars where they have a whole bunch of stuff. I want to make sure she is very well taken care of, because she gives a lot in return. She, like Saint Expedite, has a reputation for being very successful in delivery of what you're petitioning. Also, respect. Give her your ultimate respect. Do not disrespect her. If things don't go quite the way you want it to go, to fuss at her or curse her or do anything like that. She is known to be, the death saint. So do you really want to tangle with somebody with that title? I know I wouldn't. When you set up her altar, remember, and I think this is a good idea anyway, to cleanse all the items. Anytime you're buying stuff and you don't know where they came from, especially if they come from a botanica, cleanse that. Whether it be Florida water or salt water that's blessed, you want to wipe all that down before you start working on it. You want to make it be cleansed of all vibrations that you're not familiar with. So you want it to be clear and for the purpose that you're setting out for. Okay, so I just wanted to make it a quick video. I know this is a little bit shorter. I want to start, I'll say, but I am not an expert on Santisima Muerte. Actually, I've had a little experience, but not a lot, because I don't tend to need some of the things that she offers. However, I know that some people who are viewing this do need these particular services. So I want to give a shout out to my friend Janelle Longoria, who I'm going to provide a link at the bottom of this YouTube video. She knows more about Santisima Muerte than anybody that I know, and she has several videos. In fact, she has more videos than I've ever seen any other YouTuber. So she does have she's done a lot of work with it, so I encourage you to go check her out. And I enjoy watching her videos as well. So, again, subscribe and like. And this is Mark, author of Dancing with Energy, signing out.